Well, this is obviously wrong, but the second one, which people seem not to take too much notice of, which is that for some reason the mother can produce an egg, but because of some blockage or other, she can't bear children. What they do is they take the sperm and the egg from the married couple. And
I have already told you that you applied this situation to the principles enunciated by me and find out the answer for yourself. Anyone else? Where are our professional questioners? One is sitting before me and just close to me, but is very quiet today.
Not professional.
Almost.
You want from learners? So?
Yes.
No, first professional.
Yeah, but
yes.
What is it?
There was a recently from Fiji yesterday, where I gave to a friend this letter, and this question to be asked. This was that while preaching the Christians, especially Catholics, when we tell them that Jesus Christ was not the Son of God, their feelings are very much hurt. So what should be the line of approach to this?
The important thing in preaching is that you should preach with wisdom. Because wherever the subject of preaching is mentioned in the Holy Quran and the word wisdom is also used, it always precedes the other injunctions. Udu ila sabili rabbika bil hikmati wal mau'izatil hasanati wa jadilhum billati hi ahsan. So hikmah is first, and mau'iza hasana, that is admonishment in the best manner, that is second. And debate, jadilhum, that comes in the end. So this is the art of preaching which Holy Quran teaches us. Some people, on the other hand, start preaching with debating, which is putting the cart before the horse. According to the Quranic order, the order is exactly reversed by such people. And it always produces bad results and jolts. So without hikmah, there cannot be a preaching of any sort to anyone, not to mention a Christian, Catholic or any other. It is a general principle laid down by the Holy Quran. So hikmah means anything which would aid your purpose and objective. Anything which goes against your purpose is against hikmah as well. So you want to win hearts, not to repel them. If you enter a bitter controversy immediately, and that begins from you, it is not the right way according to the Holy Quran of preaching. Moreover, to look out, to care for other people's sentiments is highly important. Even apart from this, it was the tradition of Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that he would not hurt others' feelings even if he had to sacrifice himself. For instance, once it was related to him by it was complained to him by some non-Muslims that when Muslims call you a better prophet or a higher prophet in status than Yunus, Jonah, the one of the belly of the fish, we are hurt. We are followers of Jonah. So Huzur Akram Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did not take this stance because Allah has made me better than everybody else. I am the best of the prophets. So why shouldn't the Muslims say that and assert that? He called his companions ordered his companions to abstain from hurting such people's sentiments by telling them that I am better than you. Not that he told them they should change their view about him, their faith about him. He said, don't hurt their feelings. This is Islam. So in preaching, it is even more so important that you should be kind and loving and try to avoid any situation where other people's feelings are hurt. But there are certain situations which cannot be avoided. For instance, Allah is one. And despite the fact that the feelings of the entire Arab population was hurt to a point of frenzy, and they reacted so violently, their Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not order his followers to save the feelings of the opponents of the idolaters and keep quiet about Allah's one. So some via media has to be stricken in between the two. Try to avoid hurting others' feelings, yet be adamant and firm in your principles. And the fundamentals cannot be compromised. This is important. So in this regard, if this is the given and you have to work your way within the two walls, then intelligence will have to be employed, and this is why hikmah is required. Hikmah means to solve such situations with wisdom where you are caught in a difficult position. On the one hand, there are principles involved, and in fact you are calling Christians to one God. That is important. And on the other hand, if you say Jesus Christ was not a little son of God, he was something else, the feelings are hurt. So how to wriggle out of this difficult situation? I have personally found myself many a time in this situation while discussing things with some Christian friends. And my experience, I can tell you, has been such that I have never come across anyone who said, you have hurt my feelings. The fact is that even the Catholics lay stress on the unity of God. And they say that 3 and 1 and 1 and 3 are one and the same thing. And this is a division within. Yet the unity is not injured and hurt by this concept. This is something common to all Christian sects. It may be difficult for a non-Christian to comprehend this situation, that 3 and 1 and 1 and 3, they can be one and the same thing, but this is what they believe. So this is why the Holy Quran addresses them by saying, Ta'ala ila kalimatin sawain bainana wa bainakum. And here Allah Himself shows the hikmah. The finger of Allah points out at a way out. Always begin with the unity of God. He said, you also believe in the unity and we also believe in the unity, but our concept of unity are different. So let us settle this issue, whose concept of unity is correct and more according to Jesus Christ's own concept. So if you begin there is a good way of approaching them and debating the issue without hurting their feelings. Then you will be laying stress on Jesus Christ's decision. Say he is a beloved leader of ours as well as yours. Whatever you call him, it's your own business. But we respect him very highly. And his word would pass as far as we are concerned. So let's decide the issue instead of debating it from the Quran and from the Bible. In the Holy Quran we don't believe, but we believe in the Bible. So that is the common platform. And Allah calls him to the common platform of unity.